If you have not done so, I would highly recommend looking in description. I have a link to the first bull. Also, note the date, because I'd like you to take a look at all the videos leading up to this particular date, as those that have been following along with the lessons and the discussions will see that I've really been discussing the second bull, which I'm going to cover today. Now, for those that don't know, the 10 bulls are, in the Zen tradition, the pathway to enlightenment, or internal alchemy, with each picture having a short poem and a comment that goes with them. The second bull is called Discovering the Footprints. And the poem that goes with it is, along the riverbank, under the trees, I discover footprints. Even under the fragrant grass I see his prints. Deep in remote mountains they are found. These traces no more can be hidden than one knows, looking heavenward. Now, while there's several different comments on it, one of the most accepted is this one. Understanding the teachings, I see the footprints of the bull. Now, let me interject here. Remember, in the first bull I talked about how exhausted, it's almost as if you give up. What that means is a learning experience. You have given up. You've already studied. You've given up on actually trying to understand or learn the path. And that's the beginning. So hang on, let's continue. Then I learned that just as many utensils are made from one metal, so too are myriad entities made from the fabric of self. Unless I discriminate, how will I perceive the true from the untrue? Not yet having entered the gate, nevertheless I have discerned the path. Now this is important because this is going to be my next stage of lessons. We're going to be talking about the ego. What he's really talking about, again, is the ego. The ego that we created. We have accepted these entities, or if you would, aspects of ourselves, or aspects of the ego. We have different aspects. For instance, when I go to work, I have John at work, which could be a whole different personality than John the husband, or John the lover, or John the father. Each one is a role or an aspect, even John being angry. And we're going to really be exploring those concepts in the next videos that I'll be doing, such as how we move from one emotion to another. Now this is really important to learn, because even in the comment it says, unless I discriminate, how will I perceive the true from the untrue? Well, it's from being aware of what you have already done, what you have accepted within your personality, or to even say what you created. The second bull builds upon the first bull, where you're searching to the point of becoming exhausted. What did you really do? If you've been studying my videos, you'll know. What was really occurring is desire, intent, and focus was being built. It reached a point to where it was strong enough to overcome whatever illusions was keeping you from seeing what was already right in front of your eyes. To quote, these traces no more can be hidden than one's nose, looking heavenward. In other words, it's always been there, you just could not see it. I can still to this day remember when I first saw the path. I remember it was during a period of time where I was studying psychic phenomenon, astral projection, basically a lot of the New Age stuff that most all of you have already studied also. And I came to the same conclusion. It wasn't going to take me where I wanted to go. And I remember one night I was sitting and I was doing contemplative meditation. Of course, at the time I didn't know I was doing it, since I hadn't studied meditation yet. But still, naturally I did it, and we all do this naturally. My mind kind of went inside, and I remember I was following a thread of thought, and it was leading me to where I wanted to go, okay? In fact, I didn't even know where I wanted to go at the time, but I knew I wanted to go there. And I remember hitting a wall, or hitting a barrier, and that was the veil. That barrier which separates us from our true selves. It confirmed to me that, yeah, there is something out there, something I instinctively knew, that there was something more than what I'm experiencing, and that I could actually get there.